Hey, welcome back to the Cygoggle and Jack channel. Let's look at an everyday carry notebook that uses both analog and digital technology. This one is the Rocketbook Mini, and I also have an A5 that I'll show you. Rocketbooks use an erasable ink. This one is a Pilot Friction, and the ink erases with heat or with water. So it's got a little rubber tip on it here, and you rub it, and it generates some heat, and away it goes. Or you can use a damp cloth. I've got a little watercolor ink pen here with some water loaded in it. Let's get it a little bit wet. Use a cloth, and away it goes. These Pilot Friction erasable pens are not the only erasable pen out there, but you're limited to only an erasable pen with this. The Mini is about the same size as a Field Notes. So it'd be really easy just to stick it in your pocket. It's about the same thickness, same width, same height, but it is bound on the top like an investigator's notebook. This A5 is bound on the top too. They have one that's bound on the side, but I liked that you could turn it like that and have a hard surface to write on. There are a lot of different sizes and versions of the Rocketbook. They all use erasable ink. They don't have their own proprietary. They don't have their own ink pens, I don't think. I haven't used this in 2 years because I never really gelled with it. It just wasn't my jam, but it might be yours. And I'll give you some good reasons why it might be yours in just a second, but they don't have their own ink pens, unless they've done it since I've had it. There are several versions of the Rocketbook. There's some that are bound on one side. There's a lot of different sizes, lots of different accessories that you can get. They all come with like a little microfiber cloth that you use to erase your mistakes or to reuse the paper. On the very bottom, it's very faint, but there are some icons down here. And those, along with the QR code, tell the app that you download on your telephone where to send your note so that you can archive your notes. I tried bullet journaling in this, and I tried really hard to like it. And it just, I don't know. I'm just not a digital person. I'm just not. I tried to be, but I'm just not. I like the feel of paper. And I don't really need to archive my notes. Certainly don't need to archive my bullet journal. If I do, I'll just hang on to my bullet journal. But you may have a need for that. You may need to share your notes with other people. And if you do, you could hit the email icon, and then you would take a picture of it, download it to that app, and it would automatically email it to whoever you wanted to, whoever you had it set to. Or you could set one of these to be a Notions app, and you could archive your notes to Notions, or iPhone Notes app, or something like that. Anywhere you want to send it, it can send it. The app, when I used it, worked pretty well. It wasn't glitchy or anything. It downloaded easy. It did send my notes where I needed to send them. I just don't need to save notes. And this cover is really nice. I like that. It's magnetic. So I liked it. I tried it. It just wasn't for me. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great. I think it's awesome. And I think that it would save money in the long run because you're not replacing notebooks all the time. The only consumable thing is the Pilot Friction ink pens. And there are other erasable ink pens out there that you could use. So it's a good idea. It's a great idea. It's awesome. It just doesn't work for me. And I hate that. I really do. I hate that it didn't work for me. But, you know, you try things. You think, it might work. And it might have worked if it were somebody else. But it just ain't me. I'm more of a Field Notes kind of person. But if this is for you, give it a try. Maybe give it a try with this little Mini first. And if you gel with that, then try with a bigger notebook. They're really not that expensive when you compare it to other kind of journals and things. And when you consider you're saving money on paper. Only ink, that's it. And you're going to use ink anyway. So I like it. You're really limited by what inks you do use. So you're not going to use a fountain pen in here. Or if you do, you're only going to do it one time. But it's a good product. It just was not for me. So I'm not bashing it. I think it's a great idea. And it might be for you. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. And I appreciate everyone who has subscribed. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye.